don't bite. They timid, thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bright, but they don't bite, cause I'm timid. Look, wait.
Esto es talento, we favor and you got no skill. I got drive, baby, ustedes son roadkill. Yeah, ya te dije, no están en mi carta perder. De pequeño estoy ungido, baby, ese es mi flex. No me dieron nada por lo mío, José. 360 is your deal, man, I couldn't be me. Pa' mi frequency, te frequently. Matando esto con sabor y efficiency. No gasto tiempo, waste no time, not my money. Boss, baby, CEO del LLC. Lo tengo en un pánico. Dale rápido, quiero crecer y dar más fruta, algo botánico. Lo hice bien orgánico. Tomé el maquinón. Voy subiendo como espuma y tú bajando bien titánico. Out my way, I ain't built this in a day. But you know I'm here now to stay. I'm hungry, boy, I'm not here to play.
Thinking that it happened overnight, but didn't. In it for the long haul flight, committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, they timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, cause they timid. Look, wait.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to North Carolina and the bustling city of Charlotte as we welcome you inside Bank of America Stadium, the home of the Panthers. All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Let's go now.
First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And his initial touch, good for a couple. It'll be second down. Once again, it's Gibbs. And nothing doing on that run. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. We have an early third down coming up.
Clearly the plan on offense was to establish the run a little bit on this drive, Mike, but the defense is having none of it. First and second down stop, no gain. Now it brings up a third and long. We'll see if they try something else.
Now, faking the give. Going up top. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the third play. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
They'll run here. The former Canadian track star, Chuba Hubbard, will take it. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. On first down, it's right back to Hubbard. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. Here's the pistol snap to Young. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And Even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
That's hot. Left side. It's complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
On play action, Young. A throw on the move is caught. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Another run here with Hubbard. Here's 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Young. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky.
Now a loose football. And this will be recovered by the offense, so no run back at least, but it'll still wind up a turnover on downs.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And a good gain. He's going to be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds. Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
They hand it to Gibbs. A gain there of 16 yards. Good for a Lions first down.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. What will the second quarter have in store? And we'll return to Charlotte in a moment. No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. That's going to be caught.
You know, Mike, there's a lot of coaches out there who believe that an aggressive style of offense is your best chance of winning. Now, this takes it a little bit to the extreme, but I think this is something that we're going to continue to see as this game unfolds.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Young. He'll look deep, left sideline. The pass intended for Xavier Legette. It's second down.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now Young. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Here's Young. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
On 4th down, Young. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's trying to get to the marker. It's going to depend on the spot. But the first indication that he does not get there, in fact, he did not. It is a stop and a turnover on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Let's go.
Now Lance. He'll let this one go long for Williams.
Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup, and he's going to have to make better decisions here in the second half.
A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. Lance. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Finds an alley to the 35. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And a spirited run there, somehow managing to gain a couple of yards.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
2 minutes to play. Still searching for our first points of the half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. That's taken in. It's a gain of 10 as they get the conversion on 4th down.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It's such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. 2nd and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Detroit. That his first touchdown this year.
Next to score, Lions 7, Panthers nothing. To kick off.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Here we go.
Throwing is Young. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Young. Now he'll air one out. He's got it. And he will take this one in. 80 yards. Touchdown, Carolina. A beautiful combination in the air there, the pass downfield, and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. The Lions all their first time out, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. A touchdown apiece, 7-7 the score as we begin half number 2. He'll start at the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Get this drive started on the ground. It's Hubbard. Not much. 2nd and long coming up.
Ready up. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let's go now. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Go.
Here's Young to throw. That's complete to Moore on the right side. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready. Take go.
On 2nd down, Young. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. And Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
Strong running there. Inside the 30. On the move with a gain of 9. Second and a yard. They'll go again with Hubbard. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line.
Second and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. It has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
Young hands it to Hubbard. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. Back to throw. Young. He is in. Bryce Young. Touchdown, Carolina. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Throwing, Lance. He'll send it downfield for Laporta. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Off play action. He'll set up to... Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. The Panthers will take their first timeout.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. A big play, and a much-needed one as well. 31 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's first and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. No handoff. He'll keep it himself. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
On second down, a run. Well, how about a reverse instead? Good running on display there, taking it to the 5, but now it is 3rd and goal. That's to the big tight end, Laporta.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
They'll run the sneak. Oh, he's trying to get low. Push forward. I don't think he got there. He did not. He is short, and they've turned it over on downs.
These are the opportunities when they present themselves, you have to capitalize. And in this case, it was the defense that forced the turnover on downs and kept them out of the end zone.
Here's 1st and 10. Young. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he'll be brought down, but they're going to move this one out to the 25. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On the give, it's Hubbard. And that'll be a short gain up to the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. A give up the middle, it's Hubbard. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. 3rd down and 9. To throw is Young. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by the rookie out of Oklahoma.
Just a brutal mistake there, Mike. I mean, they have a chance to put a late scoring drive together and increase their lead. But now with that interception, all the momentum shifts to their opponents, and now they got to rely on their defense to hopefully get a stop and get them the ball back.
Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
Once again, it's Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down.
Starting to see it back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
Sure, they're thinking about the decision after the touchdown since they're down 7. But first, they've got to get the TD. It is 1st down and goal. Here's Gibbs. And he'll plunge forward to the 2. Setting up 2nd and goal. closer. Here's 2nd and goal. One more time, they try Gibbs. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow.
His kick is good. That ties the game at 14. Jeff Fox to kick off for the Lions.
All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Check go.
Now Young. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. On 1st down is Young. He's going to keep it himself. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down, Young. He'll dump this down to Hubbard. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Young to throw on 1st down. That into the hands of Hubbard. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll come up for 2nd and 9.
Let's go now.
Hubbard. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And this one is caught, but the momentum, that'll take him out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Could not get himself turned upfield.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Here we go. This is 4th down. They'll go. Young. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. No easy completions. And this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
A run with Gibbs. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. The Lions called their first time out. Clock is stopped. 47 seconds left here in the 4th. Second and 7. Here's Lance. That's right side and brought in by Williams. 16-yard pickup on that one. 1st down, Detroit.
A clutch throw here to keep their chances alive. Tie ball game as they approach midfield now. They've got to keep an eye on the clock. They've got to find a way to get this ball into field goal range, stop the clock, and see if your kicker could be a hero.
Gibbs. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout. It comes with 36 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Here is 2nd and 7. Lance looking to throw. Now pass deep for St. Brown. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, faking the give. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. So they take the shot downfield, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. What a big play that is, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to a play like this is when the ball travels this far in the air, they teach you, don't look back, look up, because that's where the ball will be. And in this case, he was able to secure it and come away with a big touchdown.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st down. Out of the shotgun, Young. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Well, it's safe to say this offense now is entering desperation mode. They have such a long way to go with such little time to do it. You're thinking chunk plays, get out of bounds. You have to stop the clock and continue to pick up as much yardage as you can to, at the very least.
Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their 2nd. And it comes with 15 seconds to play in the game. Going to need a big play now. 3rd down and long. From the gun, it's Young. That one on target to Moore. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
These wide outside the number throws. This is where a quarterback really gets to show off his arm strength and arm talent. This puts a ton of pressure on the defense because now they say, all right, we have to defend every single blade of grass.
Young to throw on 1st and 10. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is incomplete with 1 second left on the clock.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
Let's go now.
Here we go. One final play. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. They took the end zone shot